Hi and welcome. I am Katarina and this is my channel, your place for card making, creative inspiration and a little extra sparkle in every project. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Let's jump into today's project. Hi guys, I'm super excited to share this one. So for this issue of Craft Essential series, we have Chloe's creative cards. Yay! Just gotta love these. So we have this stunning stamp set. Just look at these gorgeous floral arrangements, the wreath, some individual flowers. We have some foliage stamps, some little berries. We have a gorgeous butterfly and then some more butterflies in here. And we have this lovely swirly detailed stamp in there. And sentiments that say, wishing you a beautiful birthday, thinking of you, birthday wishes, without change there would be no butterflies. And how gorgeous is this? I really love these crafting kits. So this is the stamp set that we've got, but we've got so many other goodies in here. First up is a 6x6 embossing folder, and just look at that detailed heart. Oh my goodness, it is really beautiful. I'm not sure you can see much in there from the card behind it. I'm going to try to remove it. Well, just look at that. How beautiful. I really love this one. I don't have anything like this in my stash, so this one definitely is very welcomed. We have a stencil. This is a 5x5 inch stencil. You can see that lovely florally meadow we've seen in there. Really pretty. We have a die set, which consists of 2 dies for the butterfly. So this one would cut the outline of the butterfly. If you use it together with this one, you would get that gorgeous detail. But also the die cuts out this butterfly from the stamp, so you have so many options in here to work with. And you also get the body of the butterfly as a separate die, so you can cut it out of a different color. If you would like to do any techniques with it, you can. We have a lovely little floral die and a little foliage to add some stunning details to your mix. And we have the paper pad. As these magazine box kits, they always come with paper in the middle of the magazine, and this is what we have today. So on the first page we have these lovely sentiments and toppers you can use. I'm gonna read these out. Hello, thank you, thinking of you, birthday wishes, have a fabulous day, I'm so proud of you, happy birthday, sending well wishes and butterfly kisses. And then we have these lovely flowers. You can cut these out. But see this border in here, how stunning that is. Oh my goodness, this one is lovely too, but I definitely love that one there. So then we have some lovely pattern paper. You can see the lovely watercolor stripes. And then we have some more cut parts in here that say, thinking of you, today is all about you. You are blossoming, happy birthday, wishing you a beautiful birthday, sending love and best wishes. And then you can see that same image in here colored in that you would have on your stamp set. And some lovely flowers too. And then we are going to flip through all these gorgeous pages. Really lovely, really Chloe. I love them. So stunning. So look at these butterflies. How pretty are they? Oh, all these. Yeah, I love the color. I love the colorway on this paper pad. So I love the dots and the flowers. And then we have these lilac-y ones, and then it all starts all over again, so you get 2 of each. So for this commission, I'm to create 5 cards, show off a range of techniques that can be made to stretch the paper pack. So I'm going to be using paper techniques to create 5 cards, and one of them to be circle, 1 square, and 3 other shapes of my choosing. So yeah, I cannot wait to get into this. So exciting, and I'll see you back soon and I'll share what I made. Alrighty, so I'm back. This is the first card that I made. How cool is this? So let me walk you through it a little bit. So this is a bookbinding fold. The main area measures 5 by 7 inches, and then I have extra 3/4 of an inch for that spine. So this bit is glued together, so only this side opens. How cool is this? I really love this fold. It's so easy to do, but yet adds so much to your cards. So what I've done in here, I've taken a piece of pattern paper and I made it sturdier. I glued it onto a piece of white cardstock. Once the glue dried, I cut it into pieces. As you can see, it's almost like as if it was shattered, only straight lines. So this technique really much reminds me of a technique they use in Japan, I think, where if a plate breaks, they fix it up with gold. And that's what it looks like. Except I left some gaps in between. Now, I did see a technique similar to this online quite a while ago, and I cannot remember who it was. I remember they were edging the pieces with gilding flakes, gluing gilding flakes. I used heat embossing to do that, just gold embossing powder. So I edged every single bit. You can see it's cut in there as well. And then I added a white layer there, which is covered in crystalline, chunky crystalline, just like this spine part in here. So when I added these pieces, and they are all added raised on foam pads, almost like a floating effect, in between these gaps you can see all that lovely glittery shine as well as the embossing. It is such a cool technique. I really love it. So I stamped birthday wishes with distress oxiding, heat embossed with clear embossing powder, layered it on a white piece of oval, which I also edged with that gold embossing powder. I'm not sure if you can pick up. I'm going to try to show you in here. There's an oopsie. There's another oval just to grind everything down, and this is pink vellum. Okay, so and then for my flowers, stamped and heat embossed them with clear embossing powder and distress oxidings. Added glitter in the middle of each. I stamped with bundled sage and clear heat embossed the foliage, cut them out, and then these ones in here I stamped and heat embossed with gold embossing powder, and I just layered them all around the oval there on the two sides there. And then the spine, as I said, it's covered in crystallina, glitter chunky crystallina, and just finished off decorating with some pink rhinestones. And this finishes the card. I think it is really, really lovely. I fell in love with this technique. Need to revisit. Okay, so this is card number 1. For card number 2, I made a DL size card. Look at those butterflies. Oh my goodness, it's really, really lovely. So it's a landscape orientation. You can see I used the scalloped and pierced edge DL die set by Chloe's Creative Cards. So the largest one, cut out card base, I scored it down at 3/4 of an inch and created a hinge to attach my card from to. Then the next size down, I cut the pattern paper, which I edged in crystallina. And then I left one size out. With the next one I cut it out of white card, but then I ink blended gently. Just, you can see the pinks and the purples playing there. Just distress oxidings. If I well remember, it was wilted violet and picked raspberry. And then I added some foam pads to add to the card front. My sentiment is stamped and heat embossed with silver embossing powder, and then I layered it on a slightly larger one, which I also ink blended the pinks and the purples on. Now the butterflies. So there's quite a few I die cut just using the outline die. 12 different patterned ones, and then I folded them all in half. Then I've die cut 3 white ones, on top of which I stamped pink on this one, purple on this one, and a teal color on that one. I ink blended a little on the same colors as well, just towards the middle of the butterfly, and then I folded those in half as well. So each of these butterflies has 5 layers. There's 2 pattern papers on either side, folded in half, and each half glued together. And then finally I have the white one, the stamped one, on top. Then I added glitter in the middle of it, just to the body of the butterflies, and I adore how this turned out. It's such a lovely technique to use and a real lovely way to use up your pattern papers, and they do flap about, and it's just such a fun card. I'd say this one would be very well received if you made this for someone, guys. This is really, really cool, and it displays so nicely. It's such a beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, so this is card number 2. For card number 3, I made a circle card. So I was asked to make one of my cards a circle, one a square. So this is the circle one. And I went with a scalloped card base, and you can see I cut a little bit away in there so it doesn't roll over, it doesn't start to rock. And again, 2 scalloped cards, one of them scored I net 1 inch from the top, and use that 1 inch section as a hinge to attach my card front to. Now, in there, you can see inside, you can see all that glitteriness. It is the one next size down from the scalloped edge. This is straight edge, because this is the scalloped and pierced edge circle dies from Chloe's Creative Cards. So I die cut that from lilac cardstock, covered it in adhesive and double-sided adhesive, and then in crystalline glitter. And look at all that shine in there. Oh my goodness, it's so, so glittery, so, so pretty. And then I die cut a holographic frame and then a slightly narrower just pattern frame, and I layered those 2 on top of each other. Then I die cut a semicircle from this purple lilac paper, added it behind that frame, as well as this here. So this is a pink pattern and just a white one. I just used the DL die set, and I just used one edge of a longer die just to add that scalloped base to my pattern and the white card there. Can you see that? So, and I just glued them on top of that semicircle, and I cut away any excess on the sides. I've created this woven pattern. So the holographic silver card in there measures 3/8 of an inch in width, and then the pattern paper, I used 3 different patterns, just a little bit narrower than that, and I created that woven pattern behind that frame, but just on that top half. Obviously I didn't need to add it on the bottom part. And then I covered the entire section in foam pads where it's not visible, and I adhered it onto that glittery lilac card. I stamped and heat embossed the flowers on vellum, colored them with alcohol markers on the back. I layered them up. There's 2 layers of flowers of each. Stamped and heat embossed the foliage on vellum again. Just cut them out, fussy cut them, and then I created this little arrangement, and I added some silver rhinestones in the middle of each flower. Stamped and heat embossed the sentiment, cut around it, and then the butterfly just from plain white card, and then I have the outline of vellum there just to grind it a bit. And I think it's such a beautiful one again. I really love this one too. I love the glitter and the shine on this one, most certainly. Card number 4 is a square card. So this is a 6x6 inch top folding card. Again, super glittery. So 5 3/4 of an inch squared pattern paper edged with glitter. Then there's a 4 1/2 inch pattern paper edged with glitter, layered on a slightly larger white card and popped on foam pads, added to the card base at an angle. Then I created these wavy lines. Now this is explained in the magazine step by step, but basically I just took 1/2 inch strip of paper, I reinforced it with white card underneath, so it's a bit heavier weight so that wave holds up, and I used my cola glue to do that, and I created my wave before the glue dried. So once it was dry, this is not going anywhere. You see, this is so strong, and look at that, how cool of an effect it is. I can't show you the glitter and the shine in here. Sorry, I'm bringing a light in here because it's quite late in the night and I have to post this tomorrow, but these look so beautiful. So then I stamped and heat embossed some images and the sentiment using black ink and clear embossing powder, colored them in using watercolor blending brush pens, and just finished off decorating with some maybe rhinestones. And just look at that. so different. Really love that wavy pattern. I will definitely revisit that kind of a style as well, because I love what it adds to the card. And finally, last but not least, my art-shaped card. And this is really, I didn't go like with the previous one. I'm gonna bring it in. I went with real nice and strong colors, and this one I wanted to tone it down. And in fact, first of all, when I was putting it together, I didn't even add color to these, but then I came back and said, no, I can't do white space. So then I added some color. So let me walk you through this again. 2 arches, one of them scored down at 3/4 of an inch to create that hinge and adhere my card front to. Then I added a smaller holographic arch and a smaller pattern one edged with crystal crush glitter. Then I created this frame, a wider white one and a narrower of the silver holographic, and I layered them up. I cut pattern paper to 3.5 inch wide, and I scored down at intervals going 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1/2 inch right till the end. And then I folded them into this concept, and it's like a plait fold in there, and glued the arch frame on top of that. And then it didn't reach right till the end, so it stops in around there. So that's why I created this sentiment strip into here. It's popped up on foam pads, and then the flower, the 2 butterflies, and the sentiment are heat embossed with silver dollar embossing glitter. And this is Stamps by Chloe, and it is, oh my goodness, that gorgeous embossing glitter. I really love that. I know with the lights and all going on in here, it does not show so beautiful on camera, but it really is so pretty. So then I used shaded lilac, kitsch flamingo, and bundled sage just to add some color to those. And then I popped some of them on foam pads, and for the butterflies I only glued down the middle on the body of the butterflies. And this finishes card number 5. So I have the art-shaped card, the square card, I have the circle one, then this gorgeous DL one, and oopsie, not the die, but this lovely shattered, I'm not too sure what to call that technique. I'm gonna have to come up with a name. So these are the 5 cards. Do let me know if you like this, and if you do, which one is your favorite. I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough. I can't wait to see this in the magazine. It's a bit crazy because I'm at the end of June, and I don't think this will be released before, I think it was February, so it's quite a long way away before I will be seeing this in the magazine. But I think they're absolutely so pretty, and it will be worth the wait. So thank you so much for watching. I will be back with the next one. Until then, bye. So much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss my next video, and in the meantime feel free to click on these rectangles for more creative inspiration. Until the next time, see you soon. Bye.